in that win last week against Miami.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Buying time to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Justin Fields at quarterback gets the completion there. CD, what do you think the key is to stopping this talented former Buckeye?
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Rookie quarterbacks have to survive the initiation of the pressure of the NFL. Now, his athleticism can scare you a little bit because if he evades it, he can go a long way. But in the beginning, you want his eyes to go to the rush, not downfield. So bring those extra guys and see if he can handle it.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now a toss to the left with Cohen. Wiggles free. And he's got this down to the 35. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Dobbins trying the left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Powerful running, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33. Now, he's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
In to make the stop, Patrick Queen, the linebacker, the Ravens' leading tackler in 2020. Here's 2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fields now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. 7 yards to pick up there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd down and 3. They'll try the counter here. Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cox. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover.
Touchdown! Demir Bird, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
2nd and 11. A shotgun snap, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
After the interception, here's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They go play action with Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And here he's got Grant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's a nice throw right there. And
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Fields on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. you got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. Akeem Hicks drops him for a 4-yard loss there. And that brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Returnable for Grant. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyus Bowser came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. On play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 40. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Jackson looking to throw on third. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. And down to the 28-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This one out quickly to Watkins.
Jackson's pass complete to Sammy Watkins. 2 yards on the play.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
2 yards left on second down from the 9. A quick throw here out to Brown. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Flushed out, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone. But, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there. So no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do is trot him out on the field.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Second and 16. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man. Complete. That's Grant. And they work this out past the 25. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it. On
first down, it's Fields. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go.
Short-term memory.
And move on to the next series.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
1st down and more for Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Bears 7-2.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyus Bowser able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. From the gun, here's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
First down, a run with Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw caught by Bird here. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Fields' throw taken in by Grant. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
They'll run on first down. Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. They'll roll him out right. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 21 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Off the option, here's Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Second and 6. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. First down and more for Jackson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll